Look what I just found, boys and girls. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! Where have I just seen it now? Just seen £2. Yeah, boy, dollar bill, yeah! Oh my god, it is so wet, wet, wet out! Oh! Hello to all you beautiful people out there, it is your boy Spiky here. So today we will be talking about a very special little beast. So I have owned the Benelli TNT 125 for over a year now, and it has been such a joy to own. It really, really has. But that's not to say that I wouldn't change anything on this bike, because there are a few things on this bike that I would definitely love to change, or definitely put across to Benelli to change if I had the opportunity to do so. Now, I'm not at all saying it's a bad bike or anything like that, because it is amazing, and I've said continually throughout my channel that it has been a fantastic bike to own. But there are a few little things that I would change that would make this bike just absolutely spectacular. And as you know, it's coming up to 2019 now, and there will be even more new models that Benelli are bringing out. Now, unfortunately, I don't think Benelli will actually do anything with the Benelli TNT 125. Like I said, Benelli have been bringing out quite a few new models for 2019, and I can't see them doing anything with the Benelli TNT 125, which is a bit of a shame, because they could definitely do what Honda Grom did and make a few adjustments to the bike. But first of all, before I get to the things that need to be changed, let me talk about the things that I think are fantastic. Now, first of all, and probably most obvious, is the look of this bike. In my opinion, it has to be one of the best looking 125s out there. It just has such a great body kit on this bike, and also that exhaust, like, it is a stock exhaust. Oh! Wet, wet, wet! And for a stock exhaust, it looks so mean, doesn't it? And then there is the comfort of this bike. It is a very comfortable bike. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with riding this bike on long journeys. It's been so comfortable for me to ride. Okay, so the first thing I would actually go about changing would have to be the headlight. I've heard so many people say this, and so many people have made add-ons as well, as like a new headlight right at the top there that you can buy from like Amazon or eBay, and it is not the very best of headlights out there. They have really kind of skipped on this headlight and haven't put the money into this, because it's not that great at night. And I've noticed it as well. I wouldn't say it's the worst light ever, but it's not the best either. There are so many other headlights out there that they could have used, and it's just a shame that they've gone with this one. I love the look of it. It looks mean, it looks aggressive, but just the functionality of the light itself is pretty rubbish. And then there is this kickstand. I don't know what they've done with this, but it really does need to be changed. This is one of the things I think really does need to be changed, because it is a bit of a safety hazard. A few times when I've gone around corners, I've felt it chip a bit, and it is also scraped at the bottom there. You probably can't see it, and it is worrying, especially if you're a first time rider and you have that happen to you. It's going to concern you, you're going to get scared, and it's going to really put you off riding this bike. But something like that, it should have been changed anyway. They definitely should have taken it out and gone around a few bends first before putting that thing on there. I think what it is, it's because obviously it's so low to the ground, it's such a small bike, and it's quite a chunky stand as well. They definitely could have got a thinner stand, even cut it off by a few millimeters, and I think that would have been enough so that it didn't catch on the floor when you go around tight bends. The only reliability problem I've heard about this bike is the fuel injection. A few people have had issues with it not starting or not priming properly, and they have taken it back to their dealer and it's got sorted from there. But that's definitely something they have cut costs on, which is understandable because it is quite a cheap bike. Now lastly with this bike, and it's one problem that a lot of these cheap bikes have, it is the tyres. Nylon junk. They need changing. And although I haven't yet got around to changing them yet, I will do. I have had a few sketchy moments where I've nearly come off the bike with these tyres on in wet weather. I'm actually surprised I got it down this little bank here, because it is very slippery. But like I said, once again, it is understandable because it is a cheap bike. And the majority of people, when they get bikes, they usually do change the tyres anyway. Unless they've got a set of Diablos or Michelins on them, you know, or Michelin Pilots on them, they're going to change them. Now, if they were to change all these, then there would obviously be a cost to that. And personally, I think the price for all these things to be changed would set the bike at around about $2,500 to buy. And that is still a pretty good price, considering what you were getting and considering how much 125s actually cost nowadays. You could probably pay like £6,000 for a 125 nowadays, which is shocking as hell. That is crazy for anybody that wants to get into bikes, and I'm sure there are more expensive 125s out there as well, but $2,500 for this bike with all those things sorted out, all those adjustments made, I think would be a great price, and it would still sell a hell of a lot. Other than all of that, other than all these things that I've talked about, it's amazing. It is a fantastic bike, and even at £2,000, just over £2,000, it is a brilliant bike. Especially if this is your first bike, I would have absolutely have loved this to be my first bike. But anyway, here comes the fun part of me actually getting this thing off here. Oh my god, jeez. Okay, this is going to be sketchy as hell, and I know it. And I know it. Imagine we get stuck down here, guys. That would be so awkward. Little turns. Little turns. Little turns. Roll crown music. Woo! That was sketchy as hell, guys. Honestly, did not think I would make. Ha ha! Let's get a few shots in here. Sorry, alright. Sorry about that. Also, boys and girls, for those who care, I have actually set up a new channel as well. If you want to actually check that out, you are more than welcome to. I will put a link in my description below for you guys. Thank you so much for the support recently. It's been amazing. We're almost at 5k now, and I honestly think we'll get to 5k just before this Friday, which is amazing. Anybody that does want to take part of the giveaway, my Patreon link is in the description below, and it will be a GoPro Hero. It's a fantastic prize, and for those who support me on Patreon, there will be many more prizes like it. But thank you once again, thank you so much. If you haven't yet liked this video, please give this video a like. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't yet smashed that bell end yet, please give that bell end a good old smash, because it'll notify you of any more videos coming up in the future. And I'll see you again very soon.